Yes, good afternoon, everybody. The today's class of this industrial robotics, the extension of this kinematics, will be discussing with respect to the DH parameters or DH notations. Here, the DH stands for Dinavit-Hartenberg principles or Dinavit-Hartenberg representations. There will be 4 different synonyms. You need to consider the link movement based on a joint. So here we are having 4 different parameters depending on the movement of a link with respect to a particular joint. And that link may be in contact with respect to the another link also based on the other joint. Initially, we'll be having a lookout related to the diagram. Yes, this is the diagram. See, this is one link which is having a curvilinear position, and this is the one joint which connects the another link to the existing link. Simultaneously, this is also the type of joint which is connecting this existing link to the previous link. And nominally, we use it to have this L type of ring, which will be utilized for our domestical purpose also. మన డోర్స్ ఓపెన్ చేసేటప్పుడు కూడా ఎల్ బొందులు అని అంటారు, ఎల్ లింకేజెస్. That is the joint here, operating the entire door upon this particular L linkages of joints. There will be 3 different L linkages with respect to the doors, which we will be using in our domestical purpose. So keep it in this diagram in your mind. We'll be discussing the 4 different types of joints related to this diagram only. For a glance, I will be discussing the 4 different parameters here itself, and later on we'll be discussing in depth of those 4, because the diagram, with respect to the diagram explanation, it is very much clear to you. See, initially, considering this is the one joint and this is another joint, there's the link 1, considering the link of I, and this is the extensionable link to the I, and hence it can be called as I plus 1, link I plus 1. And the before link which is joined to this link is link I minus 1, right? And this is the joint J, this is the J minus 1, and hence the furtherly obtained joint will be of J plus 1. And we are all having the standard rule that n number of joints within the robot is equal to the number of links minus 1. That's the standard formula we have been seen in the unit number 1. And the major concept of this Dinavit-Hartenberg principle is the work that is to be commenced by the end effector upon either of the transformations considering related to the homogeneous conditions, that the revolution may be considering at the characteristics, that is phi value, or rotationary concepts that is being taking place with respect to the inclinational factor, that is theta, and the original length of the link A, and upon rotation or shifting, upon rotation with respect to the theta inclination, the link is being entering from XY coordinate frame to the YZ coordinate frame. That will be depending upon the theta value. The shifting of the coordinate axis from one system to the other system leads to the shortening of its end effector values when it has been compared to the base conditions, from the base conditions. Normally, in the homogeneous transformations, the translation, rotation, and revolutionary concepts will be taking place. And on the rotation and next extension and revolution, so what are the different conspiracies has been taken? We had a detailed look in the previous class. But what are the different kinds of changes that are being taking place due to these homogeneous transformations? We'll be discussing in this Dinavitt-Hardenberg principles. So considering this the joint, which is having connectivity with respect to the links, another links, I plus 1 and I minus 1 link. See, if you have been considered, this is the base frame that has been fixed out here. And considering this the joint coordinate systems. And based on this joint coordinate system, this is the A initial length, A minus A, initial length of the link. And after rotating with respect to the theta, this is the rotationary concept. After rotating with respect to the theta, initiates from any of the homogeneous conditional based rotation, either of the X, Y, or Z axis. And after the rotation, the end effector position is compared with respect to the base frame, leads to the changes in its coordinate axis in three-dimensional ratio. That is X value, Y value, Z value, three different values could change out there. And those changes values will be compared with respect to the base frame after shifting the coordinate frame based on the theta provided to the system. Hence, the shifted distance when compared from base is D, denoted with the D. And next, the shifting angle based on the joint position is considered as phi. And hence, we are having four major parameters. First one is the horizontal length from the base point to the end effector, that is denoted with the A, the rotational concept, and from any of the axis, that is the theta, denoted with respect to the theta. Here has the four different parameters. A, the length of each common normal, that is joint offset, the normal length of the each and every links. Second point, it is theta, the rotation about the either of z axis. Hence here I have considered this z frame, hence consider the z axis. And maybe if you have been considered the y axis, it will be y axis, or if you have been considered the x, then will be termed as x. And based on the rotation as per the theta value with respect to the certain axis, that will be compared. The end effector position will be changing from the initial position to the changed position based on theta value here, the theta value. And that changed position will be compared with respect to the base value if the coordinate frame has been shifted. And that is the distance on z axis. And the twisting angle, the angle between two successive z axes. So the rotation is being taking place with respect to the z-axis. As the revolutionary concept is also taking place beyond the or upon the fixed axis, that is also z-axis. Hence, the angle between the two successive z-axis when it is being shifted from one coordinate system to the another coordinate system. That is the all denoted with alpha, or we nominally will be taking this phi value as a phi value. As per your textbook, we are having the notation as phi, and hence we will be considering the phi, or else the alpha or beta, whatsoever it may. And these are the four different parameters that plays a major role indeed to find the end effector position. After giving some of the notations in order to slide, in order to rotate, or in order to revolute, and in order to have the respectable position depending on the values provided to the link, different links based on the joints. Now we'll be seeing what the basic phenomena related to the Dinavitt-Hartenberg principle and how it should be operated, and certain procedure, step-by-step procedure, will be having a detailed look. So basically, the major principle of this Dinavitt-Hartenberg principle is nothing but it will be having the four different parameters which specifies the movement of the links which is supporting on the previous link, and that particular joint plays a major role. Hence, we are having four different parameters. These four parameters plays a major role to identify the position of end effector, which is very much highly affordable in the industrial sector for transferring the material or commencement of the work, and etc. activities by the end effectors. Coming to the procedure starting point, that is align the joint number n to the first shown joint. So initial joint will be aligned as an n, and assigning the local reference frame for each and every joint before or after these joints. And here in the case of this DH notations, this y-axis will not be preferred measure. See, all the joints are represented by z-axis because the right hand rule have been taken. For rotational joint, the thumb initiates if you have been stretched three mutually perpendicular axis, thumb towards the upward direction, forefinger towards the straightward direction, and the middle finger towards the another direction. So three different directions. So we'll be having it as an skew lines having the same form or theta values. Almost all the joints are represented by z-axis, following by the right hand rule. For rotational joint, linear movements. For prismatic joints. And The common normal is one line mutually perpendicular to the two skew lines. So common normal in the sense one will be acting as the asymmetrical motions creation based on the that particular axis. See, for example, orientation should be taken place. So at a fixed axis towards the clockwise direction or counterclockwise direction, orientation need to be taken place. So for that commencement, that particular axis will be fixed and that is uncountable. Then that is normal. And remaining two different values will be getting altered. Whether if counterclockwise has been or clockwise has been taken for an orientation of, let us say, 120 degrees towards the acute angle of theta. If that has been commenced, so entire the end effector is entering from one coordinate system to the another coordinate system, hence changing the values either in the rotational type of joint or else the prismatic type of movement also, nothing but the linear movements also. Hence, this parallel z-axis joints make an indefinite or infinite number of common normals. An intersecting of z-axis with two successive joints make no common normal between its lengths. If you haven't seen diagrammatically, we'll be having a detailed look here. See this similar diagram, same diagram. The orientation has been taken place. The fixed axis, the link will be revoluting from this side to clockwise direction and towards this side. So 180 degrees or 120 degrees in sense, it will be like this. And z-axis will be the common approach. That's what here in the point clearly specifies that parallel z-axis joints make an infinite number of common normals because the value will not be changed due to the fixed axis. Right? That's the meaning is. Coming to the necessary motions to transform from one reference frame to the next frame. So how the frame positions will be changed. So we'll be getting one doubt that upon theta orientation. So you were saying that due to the change of theta, the coordinate frames are changing. So how the frames will be changing. We'll be having a detailed look here. How these frames will be getting changed. And nominally we are taking 4 parameters. And compared to 4 parameters, 4 different steps I have been assumed and I am being performing here. First one is rotation. Next one is translation and continuity of this translation. And then fourth one is the rotation. See, coplanar situation. Rotating about the z-axis, angle of theta n plus 1. See, there is a rotationary basis. And towards the clockwise direction, towards the theta orientation. So hence this theta orientation, it will be taking place. Its movement, end effector movement. Hence, upon the same z-axis frame, from the same frame, the theta is getting changed. And hence, if with respect to the theta, the supporting links on that particular joints also will change its geometrical values. Nominally, we will be calculating the end effector position. So coming to the point of this end effector, the geometrical values or vector specifications x1, y1, z1 will be lead towards the changes in its values that and new coordinate or geometrical values will be obtained, that x2 comma y2 comma z2. And second point is translating along the z-axis. So rotation has been completed in the first step, as denoted with respect to the theta, inclination with respect to theta. And translation along the same z-axis at a distance of dn plus 1. See, that will be also the collinear axis. In the diagram, rotation అనేది జరిగింది possibility. Hence, end effector ఇక్కడ ఉన్నది కాస్త it is changing its position. For example, ఇక్కడ x ఉంది అనుకోండి, x వచ్చేసరికి for example we will be saying 8 units or 8 centimeters. Y-axis, there is no any y-axis specified here. And if at all the z frame is being considering in this particular conspiracy, this is an x, this is an z, this is an x, and this is an y frame, and hence the comparing planar activity towards this, the length regarding the y is 6 units or 6 centimeters, and z will be normal, and towards the x there will be changes. Hence, the geometrical specifications upon this theta orientations towards this z frame or z axis will be changing the position of this end effector from this place to this place because of this theta variation. And that is calculated as axis distance of dn plus 1 to make xn and xn plus 1 as a collinear. Next, the third point here it is translating along the x-axis a distance of an plus 1 to bring the origins of xn plus 1 together. See, next further translation. Extension, nothing but prismatic type of movements. Furtherly, it is being extended and cylinder and just like as an over cylinder and piston arrangement, which will be having the extended position and contraction position to a particular length, and that is along any of the axis, x-axis or y-axis or z-axis. Considering here the x-axis, that is an plus 1 to bring the origins of xn plus 1, because we have statically fixed this x, and this is an xi minus 1, and this is next link will be xi plus 1, and furtherly rotating it along the z-axis along xn plus 1, nothing but first one, see, extension, sorry, rotation, next extension, and extension to further extension, and upon rotation coordinate frame is being changed. After that it has been extended, so upon extension it leads to collinear state, nothing but again furtherly changing from one reference frame to the another reference frame, and furtherly it is being extended again, and then also it might be changed because the axis has been changed. See, completely verify here. There's a rotation towards the z-axis, and upon rotation if the translation has been taken, automatically coordinate frame is getting changed, entering from one plane, that is nothing but zy plane to the xz plane, the end effector is entering. So already one frame has been changed, and the reference to be considered from the base frame only. Changed frame should not be considered. How that kinematics has to be progressed, we have referred that in detail in the previous classes, last 2 classes. And further translation towards another axis, see another axis, x-axis. So completely from the z to already from Z orientation of ZX plane to the YX plane, it has been entered. And then furtherly translating along the x-axis that leads to changes in the reference frame change. Furtherly, that is the second translation. And later on, rotating along the z-axis about xn plus 1 axis and leads to same inclinational follower in the z alignment based on the x-axis. Again, the reference frame is getting changed. These are the four parameters which will guide the processing zone in the working area or working environment depending upon the given program to place the object from the picking place to the targeted place or to commence the work from the source place to the destination place. Nothing but where the man cannot be entered is the best example for specifying that where the man cannot be entered, this robot will be moving based upon the program by entering upon its movements in the sliding direction, and where the sliding is not possible at that particular place, it will change its direction upon its orientation or rotation, and after the rotation again it will be extending to a particular range, and if at all the extension is halting with respect to any of the material internally, that will again changes its direction of movement upon rotation of the link, that is third link, and later on there also the extension will be getting taken place. That is the major advantage of this Dinavitt-Hartenberg principle. Hence the coordinate frames will be changing, nothing but changing of the movements, changing of its movements from one direction to the another direction. Simply in our mechanical language, the linkage systems for our power transmission from the engine to the traveling wheels, that is rear wheels, how the power is being transferred. Initially, we are having the normal rotation, and the shaft will be having the gear. The gear will change the directions with respect to its linkages, that is bevel gear systems and helical gear systems, from linear movement to the rotational movement upon changing its direction from horizontal to vertical and then vertical to horizontal. So the transmission here commences in two different phases of its direction change. Hence, these DH parameters place a clear-cut vision how to enter technically to perform its actions and how much length it need to be taken place, and commence the work in a shortest path accessing. So what is meant by this shortest path, longest path, etc.? And this will be learning in the next year, that is path planning. See here, A of I minus 1. Technically, it is a length of the perpendicular between the joint axis. This axis that will be revoluting, which revolutes on the fixed axis, that is Zi is the base axis, and the link is being getting, this is the Zi, and the link is supporting on this particular joint as Zi minus 1. So hence we have to consider this both the joints. And if the train compartments has been considered, we'll be having and different types of joints depending upon the n number of compartments. And compartment here considered as a links, and the joints between the two compartments to carry the linkage from starting from the engine to the back end cage. So we'll be having Z I minus 1 and Zi axis. And these are the two axes viewed as lines in the space. See, this is the lines in the space 1, 2, and which will be basically perpendicular, common perpendicular. Next one, upon visual approach, we'll be having like this. The two cylindrical joints which will be getting touched with respect to the axis of I, and the axis or movements will be considering at that particular joints. And at each and every phase, we'll be analyzing these 4 different parameters. And in any n number of applications, we'll be opening our BL1. So opening and closing, and domestical doors for closing and opening, entry or exit. And there will be utilizing this technology. The car door that will be opening and closing. So it's a regular movement for entering the passengers and next remaining them coming back the while dispersing. The basic technical difference of second parameter, there is the rotation. It's a common perpendicular which the joint axis is parallel. So hence, if you have been consider this Z and Y frame initially, upon changing its theta, it will be entering into the another coordinate system, nothing but this is ZX coordinate system. So it's entering into the ZX coordinate system. Initially it is ZY, and after rotation theta, and it is being entering into the ZX coordinate system. That's the second phenomena. And third one is upon its deviation, what will be the length change in shifting the angle. So length and next even the how much rotation has been commenced when it is compared with respect to the base axis. Base axis Z is common or normal, and next with respect to the y or with respect to the x from the zy plane upon rotation, the end effector is entering from one frame to the zx frame, and when compared with respect to the this frame itself, what is the distance of end effector is being taken place from the base frame, that need to be identified. That is an A. And if at all the shifting has been taken place, what is the shifting angle? So shifting angle is nothing but the phi. And third one, it is here displacement. So how much distance from when compared to the zx plane, the change after the theta rotation, the end effector has been commences. That is the basic distance. And the fourth parameter is the amount of rotation around this z axis needed to align this xi plus 1, sorry, xi minus 1 before link, which is in contact with respect to this link, and with respect to the base xi axis. So this is an xi minus 1 reference, the previous joints, and this xi minus 1. And initially it is like this, and after shifting, and this will be like this, and comparing this shifted angle with respect to the base frame. So base frame is YZ plane, in the YZ plane, and hence this is the inclination, that is shifted angle after the rotation of this theta. Sorry, it is theta, and hence We'll be comparing the shifting distance. This is the distance. This is the distance when compared with respect to the zy plane from the previous, this xi minus 1 and this xi after rotation. After rotation. So this is quietly perpendicular, right? That's what here clearly specifies. Common perpendicular. So common perpendicular. Mutually perpendicular axis kadandi. Modu kuda x, y, z, and hence when shifted to another coordinate plane, obviously it will be moving on to the another, sorry, common perpendicular. So here the third point is nothing but the d is how much distance the deviation has been taking place. And finally, fourth one is with how much rotation, this is the rotation when compared with respect to the base frame, not the normal frame, base frame. And we all aware of the what is the working frame and what is the base frame. Working frame ante links extend అయినప్పుడు end effector position ఎక్కడైతే ఉంటుందో that is the working frame, and the values after the extension or rotation, the end effector value should be compared with respect to the base values from the base frame onwards, 0 0 0 onwards, origin point. That is the condition. These are the four different major parameters leads to a formulation defined by the Dinavit, Hart and Burke, right?